Hello, everybody. Welcome back with episode 1. Holy shit, we're all the way up to episode 1. Oh, God, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Well, I guess I'm committed. But hello, everybody. I am Mr. Joe Wilde, aka Joe Wilde. Episode 1 topic. Oh, God. Are you ready? You feeling that? Are you excited? It is be yourself. That is the topic for today. Be yourself. Now, I have a very, very hard time with this topic. I have gone through many times. I have always had the chip on my shoulder where it's better to be honest than lie. And God, that has gotten me into trouble. I've noticed I sometimes I just can't be honest anymore. I feel like times have changed where, in my opinion, and through my experience, is, for example, I'm 25. I can't go up to a 21-year-old or 25-year-old, somebody my age, male or female, and call them, hey, you're pretty attractive anymore. I've realized I can't fucking do that. Because if I do, somehow I look like the perv, even if I'm saying a nice compliment. So what I've done is, oh, hey, I like your glasses. And if they say anything back, then I rebuttal. Or, hey, I like your book or anything. You can't compliment the person, but you could compliment what the fuck they like. Because if you compliment the person, it's just like, you're weird, bye. I'm like, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I don't know. Be like, hey, I like your fucking face. Oh, God. Oh, then I get pepper sprayed and it's not good. It's not good at all. Or, hey, I like your ass. Boom. Marriage material right there. But that's my experience. That's what I've seen. I don't really know. But that's me. With be yourself is a very, very hard thing. I feel like we're in the generation of how do I get views, how do I get followers, or how do I get somebody's attention? I truly believe we're in that genre of, oh fuck, what do I do? And I'm like, fuck, because it ranges from people that are being themselves. I've noticed with artists, I love fucking artists, but actually I love people who are artists. They're fucking cool. There you go. I rearranged the words, because I feel like they're the most people. They're the type of people that I've seen that they're most honest and they put themselves out there. But then you get other content creators where they know how to work the system, and I'm not blaming them for working the system. Good for them, but I'm just like, huh. Like, I feel like I know who's fake or not. You know, there are some points where you have to put yourself to the max. Be like, hey guys, how's it going? My name is Joe Wilde, and we're doing a podcast today. Like, doing that certain voice or doing that energy is just like, oh, I feel like you're bullshitting me, and I don't like you for that, but I understand where you're coming from. That's how I feel, because I also feel like nobody's fucking that happy. Like, the glare, like, my eyes just slant, and I'm just like, you're not you now. But I don't know, because I have gone through many phases of my life where I'm just like, well, whether if I went through my emo phase or fuck the world phase or jolly old phase or something, I gave up very early in life as with depression, but I also said, fuck it. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna put myself out there. Whether you like me or not, I don't really give a fuck what you think, and I know I'm me at the end of the day, so I don't really care. You know, I've realized that when I was probably in middle school, and I got bullied a lot. I was misdiagnosed, but I'm very glad that I was misdiagnosed, and I was in special ed. Special education, for all those outcast listeners or people in the US that don't know what the fuck special ed is. It's basically people with could be disabilities, or could be they need a little bit more attention. I'll put it like that. And I was on the wrong medication. I grew up in a very small town in New Jersey, and doctors there didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So they're basically like, everything is wrong with you. Everything is wrong. You need attention. And then they OD'd me on pills, and it fucked up with my brain, my personality, my body weight, and everything. And that's why still to this day, I don't allow pills in my body. I don't really like medication. But we'll probably get to that one other day. And I'm very glad I was bullied. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I'm like, oh god, bully's bad. And I'm like, dude, I get it. We're in the generation also of anything could bully you. Commenters, people behind the screens, cyberbullying. And then physical bullies. And media didn't really hit me until I was in high school. I didn't get my phone until I was like 15. But I was called every name, from retarded to motherfucker. And I'm in middle school, and I'm looking back at it, and I'm like, how the fuck did these kids know these words? I'm like, well, you're calling me something I don't understand. Like, my TA, who's like 50, is more upset than I am, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But then obviously everybody knows when like physical is happening. I'm like, well, oh fuck, I'm getting beat up. And then your mom gets involved, and you're like, what happened? And it's just like, oh god. And you know, I gave up on trying to impress people, because everybody was a snob, like a stick up their ass. And I'm like, well, I know I'm not gonna get a partner in middle school or high school because everybody thinks I'm unattractive. And I'm like, great. I'm like, nobody wanted me on their baseball team, but motherfucker, I'm gonna play baseball because I like baseball, and I want to do that. And no matter how many times I got bullied or beat up or whatever, I just really stopped giving a fuck when I was young. And if you're listening to this, don't try to impress people. If people like you for who you are, those are gonna be the people that's gonna stick with you your whole entire lives, instead of putting up a facade, or they upset you or you upset them and they just gave up. Like they gave up. Now, via internet friends or real life friends, when I was younger, I deemed that they are not the same. I think partially I still think that they're not the same, but over time, holy fuck, internet friends have been there more than my real life friends. So internet friends, you're fucking amazing. And yeah, they know how to help you, but there is a different kind of love and respect there, where real life friends can people in your life that's physically there can give you more support than internet friends, in my opinion. But like I said, internet friends are still fucking amazing, and I'm very sad that it took me so long to realize that. But being yourself is one thing that I feel like is a lot harder now to be. You know, what gets me the views? What the fuck do I have to wear? What makeup? Or like I've known several cosplayers out there, and you know who you are. You know, and if you're a cosplayer, first of all, you're fucking amazing. I love what you do. But man, if I see you at a con, I'm probably gonna stare, so don't do that. There's one character that nobody could cosplay, and if you do, I'll probably marry you. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. But I've known several people out there where they take their makeup off and they make a video, and they're like, why didn't I get the many views? Because it's a parasocial relationship with them, and a lot of media they don't give a shit about you. You could die tomorrow and nobody would give a shit. They'll remember your content. Be like, oh man, remember Busty Boob 82 with that big boob cosplay? Oh god. Like, comment, and subscribe. Take off the makeup, take off whatever, and nothing. Like, nobody gives a shit. And I realize that I don't want people to give a shit about me, because if or when I let you down, I don't want that on my past life. I just don't. I've been dead before for 4 fucking minutes, and I got hit by a fucking car when I was walking to school. We'll get more in detail on that, I'm sure, on a future episode. But I died for 4 minutes, and I look back on it, and I'm like, oh man, if I died now, you know, one, who would give a shit? But look at how many people I let down. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't even graduate high school, and I died. I'm like, oh fuck, like that's when I'm like, I have no expectations, and it's not that I don't want the love factor. It's just, you shouldn't give a shit about me. Like, that's point blank. And I'm being myself. And via that's probably a short stint of depression as well. But I feel like it's easier for me to not let people give a shit about me than care. I mean, I'm that rock type. I'm that rock type where I'm just like, well, I'll let you in. I'll let you in my life. I'm an open book. You ask me anything, I will fucking answer in a heartbeat. But it goes to that certain point where if you say you love me, I may push you away, because I love myself as well, but I still feel like I'm at that point where I don't deserve love, if that makes sense. Like, I want it, but I don't think I deserve it. And that's a very, very bitch of a thing to feel, because it's a double-edged sword where it's like, do I think I deserve love? No. Do I want love? Absolutely. So like, it's like fucking slamming your head against the wall. Eventually my head will go through that wall, but eventually, right now, it still hurts when I bang against it. You know, there are several people out there that are very lonely, and I mean, me included, motherfucker. Welcome to the world. But I have also realized where, don't talk about how lonely you are, because if you talk about you're lonely to another person, that makes the other person feel like an asshole. Or like, there's 2 outcomes there. If you tell somebody you're lonely, they're either going to comfort you until you don't feel lonely anymore and be with you, or they won't give a shit. They won't give a shit. And that's the only 2 reactions. But I feel like being lonely is one topic that you shouldn't talk about to other people. I believe there are certain topics or problems, if you don't talk about them, they will fix itself. They will fucking fix itself. Point blank, there you go. If, like, I truly believe love could hit anybody anywhere. Anywhere, it could hit you right in the fucking face. Boom, there it is. Yeah, I just hit myself with my hand, but that's fine. But I don't know. Maybe it's just my aspect. Be like, I'm lonely. Like, first of all, if you sound like that, I'm gonna feel like you're in a porno. Hey, I'm lonely, and I'm like, oh god, what did this turn into? Welcome to the Wild Tribe. Welcome to the Wild Cabin podcast. There you go. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm fucking lonely. I've been lonely for many years, but I mean, we'll get over it. We'll fight this problem together. That's what the whole point of this fucking podcast is for you not to feel lonely. And that's it. Boom, there you go. You have me now. You're welcome. Be like, oh, I want a partner. Be like, you're fucking welcome. Here you go. I'm here. Boom. You done. Check off that Facebook status. It's complicated. Not single, not lonely. It's complicated. Boom, there you go. But also, I truly feel like, don't be lonely. It sounds like an asshole move. Just don't. don't feel lonely. I feel like once you feel lonely, you rely on yourself more, and you become a better you. I've done that, and look where I turned up. No, I'm kidding. But you gotta build yourself up from nothing, via lonely or not, and take it from there. Because when you don't get lonely anymore, you're gonna build that foundation from scratch, and you're gonna become a better you as well. So no matter what, in my opinion, you're lonely, get off of that, move forward to that, deal with your daily life, and that's it. You know, move on. And when that day happens, if that day happens, you're like, oh my god, I think I found the one. Boom, that's it. And I've also known people, I want to talk about this because this is a very, very fucking bad problem. And if you're listening to this and you're one of these people, oh, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out. If you just ended a relationship or you're fucking lonely, and then you find somebody and instantly say, I love you, no. Back the fuck up. Back it up. I have had that happen a few times now, where it's just, I get it. You show me affection, I show you affection. I have been told many times, I try to be the nicest guy I possibly can. Be like, Joe, you sent me something, or you showed me, you know, you care for me. None of my friends do this or whatever, you know, I love you. I'm like, no. Because first of all, I'm one of those people, if you love somebody, the first time you say I love you has to be straight to their face. It can't be in text. No. I'm old school. You say I love you, the first time you gotta say it to my face. I'm not settling for anything else. But also, it is that theory where it's the rebound, where you just ended a relationship or whatever, and then immediately one day later, or yeah, about one day, a few days later, you tell somebody about your problem, be like, and then they help you, they comfort you, and they're like, I love you. No, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Because I'm gonna feel like the fucking one night stand where you say, hey, I love you, and then you care for me, and then you find somebody better, and then I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, no. With being lonely, no. I mean, one of my first addictions were plushies. Like Pokemon plushies, fucking Spyro plushies. Plushies wolf plushies, where I was at a point in my life where I'm just like, well, I'm lonely. What is going to be my addiction? And it's going to be plushies, and I'm just going to love with them. I'm going to sleep with them. Boom. Something to hold. Boom. And that's it. That, like, I never told anybody I'm lonely. Like, I grew up in a household where my mom and dad were a couple, married for several years, like almost 20 years. They got divorced, and then they stayed in the same fucking house while they were divorced. No, they had money. Yeah, you probably think, oh, Joe, you were probably young and they didn't have money. Nope. They had money. And they're just like, how do we fuck up the kids more? How do we fuck up the kids more? Let's stay in the same house. And I'm like, oh, god damn. I look back at it, now I'm older, I'm like, that really fucked me up real good. You know how they communicated, chat? You know, viewers at home? They left sticky notes on goddamn appliances. Hey, we, like, instead of being adults, hey, we need milk. Okay. You know, milk, got it. We didn't have texting at that point yet. We didn't have texting. No texting allowed. They took a sticky note. I think my mom was purple or pink sticky note, and my dad was like yellow sticky note. Put it in, they opened, like, they didn't even put it on the fridge. They put it in the fucking fridge. Hey, we need milk. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Like, like, I would have loved if they just said, okay, bye, we're leaving. or whatever, or something, and be like, oh, it went like that for I think 2 years of my fucking teen life, and it was just fucking horrible. It was just bad mental stability, because you're just like, oh god. Or like, even I hope like they wish to be like, talk through me, be like, hey, tell your dad we need fucking milk. Mom says we need milk. Tell her that I got milk. Like, it would have been so much simpler, but also they probably could have heard each other and they didn't want to. One entered. Here's the other kicker. One entered the room, the other left the room. Yeah, it was fucking ideal. Look how I turned out. Fucking good. But back to the premise of being ourselves, where you, no matter what, if you're an introvert or an introvert or extrovert or whatever it's called, just be yourself. I mean, do the things that you want to be, or do the things that you want to become, like the things that you like. There's sort of no excuse. I know it's hard. It's hard to put yourself out there if you're not used to it. But I truly believe life is just so much easier without bullshit and without being yourself. And it's just one of those things where you just gotta be yourself now. I mean, there's no excuse. Come on. Like, for example, oh man, all right, so I'm kinky. No, we can't tell kinky stories on episode 1. Shit. For example, I'm part furry. I mean, I sort of am, ? And that took a lot of fucking balls for me to come out. Where you see it on the screen. It's my human self, and then my Sona, if you want to be professional about it. Where I didn't really know much of the community about 4 years ago. I still don't know shit, if I'm gonna be honest. And I don't know much about it. But one day, or many months, I joked, for whatever reason, I built a furry community. I don't know how. People just watch my content and be like, oh, that guy's weird, let's watch him. And then they were furries, because I saw the profile picture on Twitch, and I'm like, oh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? Oh, look at me, furry trash. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I thought it was neat. And I'm like, no, I'm not a furry, after months. And then somebody said, no, you are a furry. I'm like, okay, I guess I am. And then some lovely person named MVP in chat, very close person of mine, they made my Sona, and that's apparently what I look like. I'm a fulf, apparently, half wolf, half fox. Now, I think that's gonna be another topic for another day. But am I a fursuiter? That is the biggest question that I have gotten throughout my years. No, I don't really see the purpose of it, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, that's also with being yourself, where there are people that want to dress up as creatures because they feel more comfortable in their skin. Good for you. I mean, they get fucking shit on day in and day out for them trying to be themselves. And honestly, good for you, fursuiters. Good for you, fellow furries. I'm just not one of them. And that's the thing, where people insinuate, oh, you're a furry, you're a fursuiter, gross, ew. It sort of goes to that topic where people will shit on you, or shit on what you like before they even know you. To those people, go fuck yourself, have an open mind, understand before you judge, you fuckface. But that's another thing. But yeah, I mean, furries definitely get the shit end of the stick trying to be themselves. But I'm just not a fursuiter. I'll be ugly outside of the suit and probably inside of the suit. And that then you also get the people where they're like, oh, they fuck in that suit. Very, very slim percent of people fuck in their suit just for your curiosity. It's called the documentary / Google. They just want to wear the suit because they fucking want to. That's all the explanation that you need. That's all the explanation that you need. Because they want to, and that's it. That's it. Just fucking drop it. But like I said, that's probably going to be another topic. But yeah, I mean, it's no matter what, there's I can't think of an excuse. You know, from liking something to wanting to be something. I mean, I have known several people that want to transition. And for those people that are struggling with transition, oh my god, I can't imagine your pain. I'm a Gemini. All right. I'm a batshit crazy fucking Gemini. All right. I have a brain of a male and a female. And it is a blessing and a curse at some points because I have suppressed my female brain side. It's very hard to understand if you're not a Gemini. Very, very hard. It's sort of like an alter ego, but it's just me. It doesn't have. I mean, chat gave it a name, and it's Princess Wilde, but we don't talk about her. But it's very hard, and I to understand my brain and to understand how I feel sometimes. But the transitioning people that I know, either male to female or female to male or anything in between, I feel so bad. It's not that I feel bad for you. I want to support those people because there are many people that are confused out there on what they want to be or want to do, because there are some people that are just blatantly confused. Just I don't know how to feel anymore, or they're too young and living under their parents' roof or anything, and they say no immediately. First off, I want to be honest, where I have known several people where they don't talk to their parents. Now, I had a fucked up childhood. I mean, I really did, but who didn't? But the whole topic is to talk to them. Be like, talk to them how you feel, because you'll look back on later in life, be like, man, I wish I told them, because it could, no matter what problem, some problems you need to talk to them about, or seek a guidance counselor or some help, and they will guide you in the right direction. I mean, that is the best advice I could give, because you never know until you ask. And that is a whole thing that I live by, where you may love me, you may hate me, but if I'm curious about something, I'm gonna fucking ask, because I feel like that's an easier way of like knowing. I am not that person that it wonders. Because I ask, and I wish more people were just fucking straightforward. But they're not, unfortunately. I'm just like, hey, I got a question. Like, obviously you handle it in the manner, but of like, hey, may I ask a question? Or hey, do you have a sec? Don't go out blurt fucking questions like a dumb fuck. Be polite about it. But you never know until you talk with them or ask. Be like, hey, do you have a second? I want to talk to you about how I'm feeling. And as a parent, they'll probably be so happy. They'll be like, oh my god, my child is talking to me about their problems. Like, that is sort of an ideal as a parent. They just want to know how you feel. They want to know what the fuck is going on, because think about it. If you're young or an adult, think about when you were in school and you came home and they're like, how was your day? And you said, oh, okay, what'd you do? Fucking nothing. I was that kid. I was that fucking prick where I'm just like, I just stared at a wall. I don't fucking give a shit. I don't know why I went in my hipster phase, but I'm like, yeah, the fucking whatever mom. Like, no, they'll be ecstatic. As a teen, as an adult, it's never too late. If that is your excuse, it's too late. No, fuck you, it's not. Fuck you, it's not. It's not until you fucking die. That is your excuse. You have no excuse to do what's on your mind. It's never too late. Never too late. But I always believe, how do I put this? Be who you want to be, and that's it. You don't need any other explanation. You don't. I mean, people may look at you weird or be like, I don't agree with that, but why do you need their approval? Like, you don't need anybody's approval but your own. You just don't. Like, who gives a fuck about what others think? Be like, oh, I don't like this podcast because I know everything and people should listen to me. No, fuck you. If you're that type of person where you're on your high horse and think everybody should believe in you, fuck off. Like, fuck off. And people should really realize that the only person that needs to believe in you or knows to believe in you is you. I asked this, see, I think subconsciously I do tests with friends and or loved ones, and I'm like, who do you love more? Who do you love more? And people may say, oh, my partner, of course. Or Jesus. Be like, that's also an acceptable answer. But no, you're all fucking wrong. You gotta love yourself. If you don't love yourself, that'll hold you fucking back. Because you're your biggest encouragement. You're your biggest reason to do something. Not other people. You could give a flying fuck what other people's believe in you. You know, obviously, it's great to have their support. Without a doubt. Awesome. Awesome. It'll bring you up to a higher mountain that you have never been before. But you could also get there by believing in yourself, have confidence in yourself. And that's another word where it's so hard to do. Be like, have confidence in yourself. I don't know how. Be like, what the fuck you mean you don't know how? Have confidence in yourself. Puff out your fucking chest, straighten out your butt, and then you go. But no, I have also heard several times, I lack confidence. And trust me, I've been there. I wasn't the fucking person that you hear today not stop talking until probably my high school year, where I just had confidence in myself. Do I believe that I will be a success? Probably not. But I have been to those lows where I have given up all motivation. I'm just like, I don't care. Everything I do suck. And I suck for believing in myself. I'm fucking stupid. No, I mean, I've been there. I fucking been there. I'm the hardest motherfucker. Actually, that came out wrong. I'm hard. Be like, oh god. No, I'm the hardest motherfucker on myself that you could ever imagine. I have still had moments where on a stream or a video, I'm just like, I'm not satisfied. I hate it. It sucks. I suck. Boom. There you go. Redo it or just give up on it. But with confidence comes confidence. No, it's how do you build confidence? That's a great way to put it. And I think my best thing for confidence is to practice whatever you want to do. Anything, once you become satisfied with yourself, with whatever you're doing, then you sort of have that, yeah, I am good. Like, once you have that little voice and you look yourself in the mirror or hear yourself or whatever, and you're like, oh, fuck, maybe I am good. That's confidence. That's confidence. For the person that can't talk to a girl or a guy, fucking look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and pretend you're that person that you want to talk to. You know, skateboarding, video games, commentary, talk, you know, practice, and figure out where to get from there. We're in the age of internet, and we'll always be in the age of internet now. You could look something up in a day and know how to do it, but it could take years to fucking perfect it. You know, we're like I said, there's no excuse on not to do something that you don't want or want to do, excuse me. But that's it. You know, be yourself. There's no excuse not to be yourself. No excuse. Be like, oh, what if my friends fucking don't like it? Then they're not your real friends at the end of the day. You know, I'm sorry, but that's the common thing where people think what others think of you. Oh, you got to drop that habit. Think of yourself, and that's it. I'm not saying in life you should always think of yourself. Obviously, there are gonna come multiple or many situations out there where you got to think of others, but for majority, you gotta just think of yourself in a lot of ways, especially in your teenage years, where unfortunately the shitty reality is after high school, when you're face to face with those friends, 9 times out of 10 you won't see those fuckers again until your reunion. Sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but I mean, I'm just trying to be honest with you, where your friends aren't really going to stay with you until college, if not after, and then you realize, oh shit, I have a long friend. I mean, we've all been there. You know, if you had Facebook and you're like, oh man, that person was in middle school or high school with me, and yeah, you stay connected, but are they really your best friends? That's what you got to think of at the end of the day. Be like, are they really gonna be here for me? And to that I say, prove me wrong. Show me that they stick with you throughout your whole entire life, and the only thing I'll say is congratulations. Congratulations, I'm happy for you, because it's very hard to find that person day in and day out that's boom gonna be there for you through no matter what. And without being yourself, they know you, that you're being yourself, and you know them because they're being yourself. And people, you got to expand that horizon, and that's it. I mean, obviously you're not gonna have somebody come out and be like, I'm not myself, but then you find out, oh fuck, they're a criminal or they did something wrong, and then you're just like, oh man, I hate them now because of that one flaw. Yeah, if you would have known that sooner, would you still would have liked them? Probably not. Probably not. But I think episode 1 went good. What did you think? Bad because you're not listening? Fair enough. Fair enough. I completely agree. It sucked. But hopefully later on, it'll be good. It'll be good. But the moral of the story is be yourself. Be your fucking self. But thank you everybody. This has been episode 1 of the Wilde Cabin podcast. I have been Mr. Joe Wilde. Catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Mr. Joe Wilde, and on YouTube at Mr. Joe Wilde, and Instagram and Twitter. But thank you all for watching. I hope you're happy because you made me happy. Let me know in the comments down below on what you thought of this podcast. Did it make you happy? Did it make you think? What topic do you want to see more or hear more? But thank you everybody for watching and listening. Take care, and I love you all. Bye-bye.